everyone, and welcome to the final Go4Evolve Monthly Cup. We are going into game now. We have ourselves JSMS versus DoD. And we're going into the game. It is currently going to be a score of... I'm not going to tell you because if you haven't watched the previous videos in the playlist, go back and watch it if you're on YouTube because you haven't watched match 1, 2, and 3 because this is match 4. So go back and watch it because you need to in order to be fully informed. But we're going into the game now, which means you're going to get a spoiler on the scoreboard because it's going to pop up right now. It's crazy! So we have the Taurus skin on Dead Rebirth because he's the angry cow. Moo! Oh man. So yeah, we're going in. We have Dead Rebirth on DoDs, aka Dome Destroyers. Because it can't be DD because that's gonna be Dildozers. But yeah, so we're going in. We have Dead Rebirth on the Angry Cow with the Taurus skin, which just makes me all the better because it's hilarious. And we'll look at skill build. We see 1 leap, 1 flame, 1 charge. Gonna be going forward, trying to get as much distance and as much farm as possible. Oh my god, I love this skin. This is my favorite skin. Like Neptune's good. Like Froggy Behemoth is good, but Taurus skin is my favorite. Like this, it's just so perfect. It's the Angry Cow. Of course, in order to get that skin, you had to compete in the Battlefy weeks 1 through 8, and you had to be victorious, and you would get this skin. So that's what you get for being awesome. So good on you, Rebirth. Good on you, repping that Battlefy. We won't be revealing perks until First Dome is done. But First Evolve is now happening. He's already going to be Stage 2. We're going in. He is going to be evolving. Wow, that was quick, actually. So let's see what skill build he goes with, because we haven't even discussed the Hunter team yet. This actually could be a very quick match. We have a 2 rock, 2 leap, and 1 flame, 1 charge. Going to be a stage 2 build. Now we look at the perks. We see a 1 movement speed, 2 movement speed, 3 movement speed, a damage reduction on Jesus because he wants to keep himself alive. Jetpack recharge on Reich. So he's going to be blocking as much as he can. Reich is actually taking a little bit of damage, but it is almost, it's dual variants. They chose not to go with Blitz Markov in this game because I'm guessing they were expecting Wraith. I don't know. Craziness, though. They are doing bans and whatnot, but we're not doing... We're not revealing that system because they have their own system. If they want to agree on a gentleman's agreement, that's up to them. So that's part of the rules of ESL, so we're going to be going with that. And Dead Rebirth is actually going to be leaping right over top. We're going to see ourselves a jetpacked forward captured Rebirth. Going to be going into Dome. Gets Mammoth Birded right off the start, which is not a good way to start a Dome, but he's going to be going in. Here comes the beam from Jesus. Going to be dropping it in. Here, when's the beam from the sky going to be coming in here? Oh, late Rocket's picked up. Hits Reich in the face. He's going to be getting some flames. Charge shot's going to be putting in. Going to be trying to get some heals from Cerberus, and the Beam of Death is somewhere to be seen. It's going to be coming in sometime soon in the near future. And here we go. We're going to see more of this damage coming in as the Angry Cow's going in for some punches, getting through almost all of his armor, though. And Reich just jetpacking around. Cerberus is on point with that healing as Roy, these shields are getting put on, charging everyone up so everyone has shields. And it's going to be hard for Rebirth to get through damage and focus people out. And here comes the Beam of Death, going to be pumping in. Damage! Death incarnate! More damage coming in. He's just bringing it in, and we get Jesus is melting through with the personal beam and the beam from the sky. Going to be trying to get as much orbital drilling into this monster as we get to not 1 but 2 bars of health in the first Dome alone. Trying to just melt through as Jesus is just stacking up the shields, building up his momentum, carrying forward. Because if he puts those shields on, they stay until they get burned through. So he doesn't need to do it later. It's just building momentum over the course of the game. Cerberus is on point with the poison. They're going to be keeping him poisoned and outlined, which means that he's going to be able to be revealed throughout the entire duration. They did get through almost 3 bars of health in the first Dome, so it's going to be a non-stop damage coming forward with this composition. It is currently 2-1, and Rebirth needs to clinch this victory in order to get to the tiebreaker. This is win or lose. Either team, if they win it, they are in it to win it, and they are in. This is their key minute. So right now, Rebirth is going to try and pin it up on the scoreboard and lock it in for his team, putting them in the tiebreaker and possibly getting them into the next round, the finals of the final Go4Evolve. And this is the final. This is the final of the final of the final. This could possibly be the final of the final of the final. Well, this could get them into the final of the final of the final. This is the semifinal of the final of the final. Because that makes sense, because English. But yeah, charge is used, breaks through the shield, which means Reich is now getting slapped around. He only has a little bit of that shield left. Jesus is going to have to recharge. It has to burn his personal because Jesus is trying to keep himself alive. But here we go. Rebirth is on point. Leaf Smash is now used, trying to get the spotlight. Does actually go on Reich, which means Reich is going to have to use his personal shield as opposed to using Jesus's. Oh, nope. There he goes. He actually didn't have to use it. So right now we see LV is on the low ground, trying to see if he can clinch it in. Here comes the leap, though. Doesn't quite connect the one. Reich is going to have the jetpack back where toxic grenade is going to be used. LV, though, is on the low ground, looking to see what kind of position he can lock it in to try and make sure he's going to get it on. He does have his measurement stick, a.k.a. the tracking dart. Going to be able to lock it in. And trying to see what he can do. It's at 60 meters right now, so he's not going to be able to do it, and he knows where he is, so he's just throwing out tracking darts, making sure he's getting that revealed. Rebirth, however, is just going to be armoring up and getting his stage ready. Oh no, we got Megamouth. Oh no, it's a plant. Oh man, he just got planted. It's almost like I'm in this game because I'm seeds. Man, so that'll get rid of his that'll get rid of the shield that Tech Sergeant Hank gave him, but he is going to, Rebirth is going to go right back in. He's ready to fight. He's stage 2. He wants to throw it. Here comes the block coming out of Reich. Great job keeping Cerberus alive. But here comes a disengage, but not quite able to. LD did throw the dome, which means this is the engagement that they've been looking for. Reich does have the personal shield, but now no more shield for Cerberus. He's going to be trying to get. Here comes a damage coming in from the sky, drilling in the orbital damage, as Cerberus is going to get melted, and he's going to get forced on through, and the shield's going to get put in, and he's just trying to keep up Cerberus. Cerberus trying to be as durable as possible. Reich's getting in with the block. Great job there. Leap being used to finish off Reich, which means he's going to go down. Doesn't get a chance to pop his personal. I think it's actually on cooldown, which means he's going to get forced on, but healed up by Cerberus from distance because of that passive heal gen. And Reich's going to get picked up, which means Cerberus is going to take that to the face and immediately put into a plant, which Reich is now plant-friendly. He is definitely feeding everyone. Herbivores, omnivores, doesn't matter. He's going to feed all the plants. And going right through. Here comes the rock getting picked up, thrown at Reich. Reich's getting low again. This might be his second strike, and down he goes, which means that's a 2 strikes on the assault. That means no damage, but they're down to 3 bars of health. They're almost melting through. LV's trying to get the pickup, not quite able to. He's going to get knocked down to the low ground. Heavy getting put him down. Rocket's picked up, throws it down, doesn't connect on LV. Here comes the leap, though. Leap connects, and he's going to get burned down as he gets put on the stake and mauled. That Molotov coming out of the mouth of Dead Rebirth is going to melt them down. He is ready to evolve and get himself up, so he's going to gain some distance, turn the corner, throw on the evolve, and he'll be ready to brawl yet again because he'll have more HP and a little bit of armor, and he'll get himself ready. Oh my goodness. And he's underneath the helipad. He's ready to go. Damage is going to be coming out of this team. LV is on cooldown, which means no dome. So Dead Rebirth can choose. He can run or he can fight. It is up to him. Rebirth, LV is going to try and get the tracking dart on him. He knows that he's underneath the helipad. He knows the sightlines, throwing out the stasis to slow him down, so it'll have an easier time getting that tracking dart. Rebirth, however, is on the low ground, getting up some quick armor. He looks like he's ready to. He wants to fight. He wants to fight over at helipad. He's looking for it. He wants the blood. And Dome is almost off cooldown, so he needs to get himself topped up quick if he wants to get through the Reich, however, is down to 2 strikes, which means if he goes down, he's immediately put in the dropship, and he's going to get rocked right around like a hurricane. His Dome is almost off cooldown. He's going to push in. Is it going to come off in time? It's just about off cooldown. Is he within distance? Is LV going to be able to lock it in for his team and forcing him? But no, he's at 100 meters, which means LV's not going to be able to lock it in, which means Jesus is going to slowly start building up these shields. And it's down to the stage 3 fight for the relay as they are down to a half health Dead Rebirth, who's going to be coming in with full armor, half health, going against this Hunter team, which is going to have full shields coming out of Jesus. And Reich is going to have a rough time keeping himself alive. He can't do anywhere near as many blocks as he did last time. He's going to be doing what he can in the meantime. Craziness is coming forward. Looking at their positioning, though, let's see. Where are they going to choose to set up? Yeah, it looks like they're setting up over here, which means they're probably going to... Yeah, there goes the Nomad. It's going to be dying soon in just a minute. Cerberus is going to get topped off on his shield, so they're going to see what they can get. Jesus is going to be right there with that Tech Sergeant Hank. Woo-woo! Tech Sergeant! Reduce incoming damage, which... Okay, for those of you that don't, this buff, the reduce incoming damage, only applies to Jesus. So if Jesus has a shield or anything, that reduces his incoming damage. Does not affect the shields, okay? Yeah, however, if, say, for instance, Cerberus had reduced incoming damage, the shield would be buffed because it would reduce all incoming damage to Cerberus, which means it would impact the shield. Right? So they're going to be going in. Rebirth is looking, he's smelling to see what he can get. LV is almost topped off, though, which means that they're almost ready to fight in full, and he knows he's not because Cerberus doesn't have full armor, but full shield, whatever you want to call it. Here we go, though, and here he comes in for it. He does actually try to get in. Here goes the beam of death, going to be coming in, and he's trying to see what damage he can get. Doesn't quite get enough, though, as he just barely clinches him, only catches him on the edge. Trying to get a lynch. Here comes the leap, though, going in for LV. LV gets rocked around. Rocket being used to block a rock because it's rocking it like a rock. gonna get some rock and roll, and we're going in. Monster's now captured by an easy dome for LV, but he is gonna be a fight to the finish, going forward, trying to get the finish up. Here comes the rockets, picked up, thrown down to LV. LV's gonna be trying to get finished. If he's able to get the down on LV, that means that he's gonna be one more strike for LV, but it also means that he's gonna be able to get out of this dome because he is down to 4 bars of health, is through all the armor, which means they're trying to get as much damage as possible going forward. LV's on the low ground, getting healed up quick by Cerberus. Cerberus trying to get as much healing on as he can, but they're not quite able to. LV's getting low. Are they gonna be able to melt it down? Down he goes, and he's down to 2.5 bars of health, and out goes Dead Rebirth. He's gonna be on the run, trying to keep himself protected. Does get one more poison for the run, and he's gonna get a little bit of poison damage, which means he's gonna finish off that 3rd bar of health, and he's just down to 2. Is it gonna be 2, or is it gonna be enough? That's the real question at this point. He's building up strikes. He's got 2 on Reich, 2 on LV, none on Jesus, and none on Cerberus. Those are the important ones. That's the medic and the support. Sure, it's important that, you know, Trapper is one because it means that they have no dome enforcement, so he can get in and get out. It's gonna be nuts. Bonkers. Bizarro. If we look over here, like, let's just take a look. Like, we're looking at LV. LV is getting healed up, armored up, shielded up, whatever you want to call it. They're getting prepped. And Jesus is just going to be recharging and then shielding. Recharge and shield. That's his job right now, is just to prepare them for what's coming. And what's coming is a full death incarnate towards LV and Reich. What he's probably going to do, and if I had to bet, he's going to go after Reich. Force the personal, then go for LV. Once LV's dead, kill Reich. Once that's done, leave. That's my bet. And if that happens, that's going to be death and destruction. And it's just going to be, oh my god, crazy. It's going to be nuts, guys. A Rebirth is coming in right now before they get a full chance to get prepped, which means Cerberus is not going to yell, but no, he goes straight for LV. LV is now going to be trying to juke around the Rock of Death, trying to keep himself alive, and down goes LV. LV's actually already down, which means it's just down to Reich. And he's gonna, Reich's next on the list. He's gonna be able to melt through rockets. Picked up, does get dodged by Reich. Reich's gonna be going up in the air, gets heavy down to the low ground, which means he's gonna get leaped, charged, and finished. Stealth pounce being used, and he's just trying to burn it through. Here comes the Demon of Death, gonna be forcing him off. And he's going in. Reich now has to pop his personal, which he did, and it's just getting healed up slowly by Jesus. They're trying to get a little bit of damage, and Dead Rebirth is now on the run. He does have armor currently, so it's not gonna be taking any health damage, which means that's a free down and put one in the dropship. So he's going to be armoring up, and he'll be going back in. He'll probably rotate to helipad to get that last 2 meats that rotated over this way. Wherever that went. It went somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's right there. Come over here, meats. Nom 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 nom. Thank you for meats. Nom 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 nom. So we're going forward, and it's going to be the last battle. It's going to be, well, not the last. It's going to be a death battle, though. Death battle! Reich's gonna get popped off. He's gonna get popped off like a bobblehead. Just gonna get popped. Here we go. Reich getting in. Here comes the Rock, though, going over. Oh, no, he wants Cerberus. He says, nope, I don't give a crap about Reich. Reich's got 2 strikes. There you go. Gets rid of it. There's the shield gone. Here comes the leap. Coming in. Does to pop the personal from Reich. Reich is now on his personal only alone, which means it's going to be rocks. Everything going to be thrown up. Doesn't connect on Cerberus, which means it's just down to Reich and Cerberus. Which one of them gets the strike? Is it Cerberus or is it Reich? Right. Cerberus now pops his personal heal burst, which means there's no passive AoE healing. Death beam from the sky is going to be coming down. Going towards Dead Rebirth. Rebirth is going to take that to the face. Goes right in on Cerberus. Rock gets picked up, thrown backwards. Doesn't connect on Reich. Reich's going to use the rock to block the rock, and he's going to be plomping it around. Flames being used. Cerberus is now getting low, though. Is he going to be able to get topped off, though? Going in. He's down to 2 bars of armor. Is he going to be able to finish it, though? And he's just going to get rocked around. Going in here, goes another rock, and there's more rocks, and then it's just going to be non-stop rocks. This is definitely a geology experiment. He's going forward. More of this getting put on. Shield burst is being used, and he's just going to try and get it. Here comes the next heal burst, which means he's not going to get it in the arc through the armor, which means that this is all health damage, and anything at this point is free damage at this point. Going forward, he's going to try and get as much distance as possible. Doesn't want to get any chip damage. Poison Dart does miss barely, as Dropship comes in with LV on it. LV is on the dropship. So, Rebirth now had his opportunity to get another strike, wasn't quite able to get it, and it's going to be Death and Decay coming forward for this Hunter team. Oh, no, or the Monster, I don't know. It depends on who the strike's on. This, yeah, okay, this is just a bug. Okay. I was like, wait, did LV just drop with full shield? No. Yeah, and it's going to be filled up now, so Jesus is going to do that, so that's fine. That's probably just a spectator thing, because it just pops up here. That's okay. That's okay. So he's going to build up, get his full armor meter. He's almost there. He's got 3 bars left, so he just needs to finish off one of these mammoth birds. Oh, and one meat off the Strider. So there's another meat right there he can go back and get. So he's going to go back. He's going to stealth his way up. Wants to be full armor, so he's going to give himself time to regen it. He's going to keep pushing. And I don't know, they haven't had time to prep, which means Cerber is going to be low on that armor, or the shield, whatever you want to call it. But is he going to go straight for Jesus? I don't know. No, he wants LV. LV's on the run, and here comes the rock, goes right on down. Oh, rocks him in the face, leaps in the face. Everything's in the face of LV, just unloading a full face load right into it. Here comes the charge, though, breaking on through, takes it through all their shields. Only a little bit left. Rocket's picked up, connects on Reich. Reich's getting low, pops his personal, which means it's just down to Cerberus. Cerberus is now having to burn his personal, which will be in a minute. And here we go. It's just down to Jesus. He's splitting the damage up amongst all of them. He needs to get LV. LV is the only one that's going to be able to keep him in this dome. Leap being used. He's getting low. Rocket's picked up, doesn't connect on LV, which means that he's going to be able to keep himself alive. And that means Rebirth is on the low ground. Here comes the dead beam of death. Going to be burning through. Leap smash is used. Knocks Reich back. Goes in for LV. Is he going to be able to get it? Tries to get it. Here comes the burn. Going to be looking to see what he can get. Here comes the charge. Going in to see what he can use to finish. And Leap smash is used. Finish it off, LV. Rebirth is on the run. Going to be able to get around the corner, get some more armor, and come back in for another reinitiation with more health, more battles. There's still another 4 minutes left in this game for Rebirth to build strikes and build momentum. And he's just doing everything right to get that forward. They have no crow. They have no way to finish it, no way to take the shot, and that could be the clincher, because now LV is back in the dropship. But we did see last time LV was in the dropship that he wasn't able to finish it. That's really what's going to come down to at this point. Is Rebirth able to get Cerberus or Jesus? That's what it's going to come down to. Cerberus or Jesus. Reich, 2 strikes. Reich. Sorry, Reich, you don't matter at this point. You got 2 strikes. You can be put in the dropship at any point. You're not the one he wants. Granted, he could take out Reich just to reduce their damage, which would be an interesting call, but that also means that it's going to be LV and Reich coming in the dropship instead of splitting up Cerberus and Jesus. So what's happening is he's trying to cycle out Cerberus or Jesus. He wants one of them. At this point, I'm betting it's Cerberus he wants to cycle out, because that way the support and the assault are going to be put into a different dropship. But here comes the death beam. Going to be coming on, going forward, and he's going to be trying to get the charge going in, and here we go. Here comes the rockets, picked up, thrown over at Cerberus. Does connect, and there we go. Cerberus is going to get melted down. Leap smash is going to be used. Hits Reich, and it's going to be melting through. Does give him some space, though, to go after Cerberus. Here comes the leap. Doesn't quite connect. And he's going to be going for the stealth pounce. Doesn't get that either. Just going around the tree of life. Leap comes in. Does connect on Cerberus. Cerberus is going to get knocked around. Rockets picked up. Doesn't connect to Cerberus. Doesn't dodge it because he doesn't need to. And he's going around just trying to see what he can pick up. And we're spinning around like maniacs trying to see what he can. Reich's going to get put into the next dropship, but no. Bops his own personal. Rockets picked up. He's down to 3 bars. He's got 15 seconds to leave before LV comes back. And is he going to be able to finish it? I don't know. He has to be able to get someone here. He needs to get Reich in the next dropship or something. Here comes the next one. And here comes the charge. Here comes one more heavy. That's all he needs. All he needs is one more heavy to put Reich in. And he got the leap. And yeah, Reich is gone, which means Rebirth is on the run. But if they can get the poison damage, he might be able to lock it in and finish it up for them. Is JSMS going to be going to the finals? Are they able to knock out Rebirth with this last shot? Poison Door comes in. Last shot. And he's getting a little bit of charge distance. Needs to get a quick bit of armor. Needs to get that last bit of armor. Otherwise, he's dead. Oh, he gets it. Rebirth, 1 HP right now. 1 HP. No doubt about it. Has 1 HP. Poison Dart, not enough at this point. However, I have bad news for you. It's the full Hunter team. Reich got put in the dropship, but has already dropped down because LV was coming down already. So, Rebirth, you're in for some rough chops. You've got to not only take out LV, and I don't know. Is Rebirth able to do it? That's the question. He's having a hard time getting Cerberus. Cerberus doing a great job mitigating and protecting himself. And at this point, it's going to be a rough time all around. As he's going in, poison darts are down, stasis grenades are on. Is he going to be able to get? He needs to get LV. LV's first priority. Target number 1. Goes in for it. Uses the stealth bounce to get a little bit closer. Uses the charge to burn through. And here comes the flame. Forces LV back into the dropship. LV, you might as well grab. Oh no, doesn't get the finish. LV is right now still alive. Is he going to be able to get it? Needs to get one more hit on him. He's so low. Goes in for the flame. Is he able to finish? Still doesn't finish. LV. LV's still alive. There we go. There he goes. And here comes the disengage from Dead Rebirth. He's going to be going down. Probably going to want to get that Mega Mouth. And LV's back in the dropship. LV, go grab a coffee. You might as well just put your controller down because you're just getting put in the dropship over and over and over. I hope you have something to snack on up there. Do they have courtesy snacks in the dropship? So we're going in, and I don't know. It's going to be a rough time. He is doing everything right. He's slowly trying to get it. It's just having a hard time locking down Cerberus. I think next choice at this point, because the arm melting through the armor, get rid of Reich. Reich needs to go. You got to get him down, and here we go. Reich's on the high ground, going to be joshing around. Goes right for Cerberus, though. Wants that strike. Goes right down and does get Cerberus. Cerberus going to get knocked around. Here comes the Rock. Rock gets picked up. Cerberus already used the Seal Burst, though, and that's a quick one. Going to be going out. Oh, no. Cerberus on the low ground. He's going to be looking. Gets knocked around. Flame Breath being used. Cerberus out of position. He's going to get knocked around. Leap being used. Is able to dodge it. He's going to be looking to see what he can get. He's going to try to get it locked down to 3 bars of armor, though, which means he doesn't have the armor to play with it. He has no health after that. If they get even a brink of health, he is down. It's time to disengage, my friend. You've done well. You need to go unless you're able to land this rock and finish off Reich. No, you're not quite able to. Heal Burst coming out. Cerberus now fall. And I'm a burn my laser. Going forward. Here comes the poison for the finish. Down goes Rebirth, which means Hunters win, bringing it over to a 3-1 victory in favor of JSMS. Putting them forward into the finals, bringing it in and clocking it in like a chicken, making sure they have that final victory, laying their eggs of trickery as they put those shields all over from Jesus. GG's. And they're able to bring it in, lock it in their continuation to the finals of the Go4Evolve monthly finals. And that'll bring it up forward. And for those of you just tuning in, this is the last match of this series, so if there's another video in playlist, make sure to check that out. But we'll have more tournaments coming at you soon in the future. There's more details coming up. If you're wondering about it, we'll put the link in the YouTube video, so you can check out the forum thread at talk.turtlerockstudios.com if you want to go into there and join the forums and join the discussion. But in the meantime, guys, we'll have more details coming in for you for the next week during the Battlefy tournament. We'll have more details coming for you in regards to that tournament. But in the meantime, congratulations to JSMS for locking in their victory against Dome Destroyers as they're able to clinch it in with some epic gameplay from not only Dead Rebirth, the anime, and all the Hunters, which was like Cerberus, LV, Reich, Jesus for JSMS. And then if we look over at Dome Destroyers, we had PH Keith, Mini, That Guy Noboy, and Vaya Jeff showing us some very interesting and unique tactics. In all fairness, almost worked. But it wasn't enough. You have to remember that the Animate is just a monstrosity of a monster. But going forward, we'll have to see what happens. And I don't know. But in the meantime, guys, stay tuned. We'll have more games coming at you in just a minute. So have awesome, be awesome, and we'll be back in a bit. So stay tuned.